In the following video, I'm going to do a demonstration of a forearm wax using strip wax on one side and peelable wax on the other side. Either would be fine to use. So as with any wax procedure, we're going to do our prep using the Outback Organics Gel Cleanser in a gloved hand. And because you're wetting the skin and wetting the hair, you're going to be able to have a look at the hair growth direction that you're working with. So generally on the top part of the forearm, the hair will sweep across. And when it's wet, you can easily see where the hair lies. And then if we just turn the arm, we can see, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but the hair actually changes direction and we're going this way up towards the elbow. Once we've done the gel cleanse, we're going to take our botanical oil. And just work that in with and against the hair growth. And we're going to tissue the excess off. Just with a folded tissue with and against the hair. So we're just looking to take the residual oil off. And then we can begin our wax. So on this side, I'm going to demonstrate the forearm wax with a roller cartridge. And I'm just getting the roller started, and I'm going to begin with the hair growth that's going down, just supporting the skin at the top. And with the arm, we're only going to work in very small areas because it is a small area. There's quite a few changes of direction, and my other hand's going to be underneath so that I can pinch the skin from both sides to keep this skin here taut. So readjust your stretch to remove. Another small application before the hair starts to change direction. So I'm quite firm with this hand underneath, so I'm gripping quite tightly so I can keep that skin taut and there's no drag. Forearms tend to be very sensitive, so don't be surprised if they come up quite high color at the end of your wax. It's quite normal. I'm just going to bend the arm around slightly. The bend of the elbow just helps to keep the skin taut, and because of the change in direction of hair, I'm just going to be following that upwards. Now, very rarely do you actually get any hairs that need removing on the soft side of the inner forearm. If you do, you can just do your application here. This lady doesn't have anything for removing there. So we're now just going to finish our forearm wax with a gel cleanse, as we do with all of our waxing treatments, just so that we can re-clean the skin for any blood spotting or plasma that might have come out onto the skin. And then because it is quite common for this area to come up high color, one of the options I'd finish with, which I'm going to use today, is the aloe gel. Another option could be the bush balm if they've got quite dry skin. So on this side, I'm going to be demonstrating a forearm wax using the Outback Organics Peelable Wax. On the other side, we did the strip wax. The preparation's already been done on this side, and I am going to be working with the Outback Organics Onyx Peelable Wax. So again, following the direction of hair. And we can apply several patches. I tend to work with the spatula in a paintbrush movement, so the bottom of the spatula is pointing up as opposed to using the spatula on the side. And I generally work in a minimum of 2 patches so that I can keep this spatula and use it to support removal of the patch. Of course, peelable wax shrinks onto the hair, so if your client is particularly sensitive, I definitely recommend doing this treatment with peelable rather than strip wax, which does tend to adhere to the hair and the skin. A little change of direction again with the hair, so we're now following that up the arm towards the elbow. And we're running out of area now, so I'm going to take this one straight off. So I'm squeezing the skin to keep it taut on either side. And if we give the elbow a little bend, one tiny little patch here, and then we're so you can see both methods are quite time efficient. You'll find very little redness comes up using peelable. And you can use the shiny side of your patch if you've got any residue peelable wax left over. So we're just going to complete with our gel cleanse, and we can use some bush balm on this side. So here we've got the arms just after the treatment. So on this side here, we've done the strip wax, and on this side, we've done the Outback Organics Peelable Wax. So you can just see where strip wax does tend to adhere to the skin slightly to remove the hair, just very, very slight higher color. Whereas with the peelable, you'll notice that there's very little red response because the peelable shrinks onto the hair.